Well, all of these protests stem from the ongoing crisis in the Middle East, where Iran is now bracing for a possible retaliatory attack from Israel after it fired hundreds of missiles and drones at Israel, most of which were intercepted with help from the U.S. and the U.K. over the weekend. But Iran will also deal with fallout from countries around the world. The European Union announcing it will impose sanctions on the country's drone and missile program in response to that attack. NewsNation's Robert Sherman is live in Tel Aviv. So, Robert, what is the latest on Israel's possible response?
Well, the message coming from the top here once again tonight is that Israel has every intention of carrying out a response, saying that attack that Iran carried over the weekend was unacceptable and something that they can't afford not to respond to, with a big focus on trying to reestablish deterrence and ensure that these attacks do not continue coming directly from Iran. In terms of the timeline, though, that's where things become questionable here, as reports have surfaced suggesting that Israel considered carrying out that countermeasure as early as Monday of this week. That obviously did not happen. Another set of dates that the Israelis have to keep in mind is Passover, which begins April 22nd and ends April 29th. So all of that playing into these discussions here about when that response will be coming. Something else that the Israelis are talking about, though, is their impending invasion of Rafah, which they once again reiterated today they will be carrying out with the focus of toppling Hamas. The U.S. has issued concerns about this in recent weeks and months, saying that they are very worried about the humanitarian situation in Gaza, especially since many of the people in that enclave have fled to Rafah as a result. We know conversations are taking place today between the U.S. and Israel in order to try and mitigate any humanitarian concerns, as the Israelis remain insistent that that operation will be happening. Nichole.
All right. So, Robert, could there be any additional sanctions on Iran? We know some have already been announced.
Yeah, first and foremost, you had that announcement coming from the White House in the U.S. today that those sanctions were coming down on the steel industry in Iran, as well as some of their weapons manufacturing as well. But you also have the European Union, which will be handing down its own sanctions on Iran. Take a listen to this.
The idea is to target the companies that are needed for the drones, for the missiles. This is the global idea, and you will have more information through the decision that will be put in place by the Council.
The only concern that European leaders have comes to efficacy, as there have already been a significant number of sanctions imposed on Iran in recent years. Their focus has been trying to find new sanctions that will have some kind of an impact. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.